Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Getting right into it, we're gonna cover what it's like to live in Denver. So not only are we gonna cover all his smart stuff and homes and all that good stuff, we're gonna be covering what it's like to actually...
That's right. Look at that.
Be in Denver and visit a couple spots that we talk about a lot. So buckle up, enjoy. We're gonna be downtown Denver and beyond, showing you guys what it's like to live here.
All right, let's go. All right, so what better place to start than right in downtown Denver, guys, where we are literally right in front of the baseball stadium here. We got Todd Helton Day.
Coming up. He's a Hall of Fame baseball player, played for the Rockies, unfortunately. And you guys know it pains me to even stand next to the stadium right now because they're not playing good baseball. However, outside of my opinion of the Rockies, downtown Denver's amazing. So where we're at right now is pretty much Blake Street, like it's the 1500 block, but we're heart of downtown, Blake Street and 20th, like 20th and Blake, right where the stadium's at. So we're gonna be showing you guys Blake Street, we're gonna show you guys Market Street, and just, hey, what does it look like when it comes to recreation downtown, what you guys have to look forward to. So whether you live down here and you're doing the townhome or condo life, or if you just want to commute down here from whatever suburbia you guys live at, we're gonna show you guys just literally what it looks like to come down on a weeknight. And when we talk about Denver not being overly busy, you guys will get a great perspective today on a spring evening. Thursdays, which are busier than the rest of the week, minus Friday and Saturday, obviously. But you'll see, oh, you've actually got a lot of space. Traffic isn't terrible. So a great perspective on us always talking about how it's not as busy as you guys might think, right?
Well, I'm gonna flip the camera on right now. Here's the baseball stadium right up here. We'll show you some cooler B-roll shots than that, but look at this.
Yeah, we'll get the front of the stadium.
No one's here out on the sidewalk, guys. Plenty of parking spaces.
We are right here on the corner of 20th and Blake. So right in the heart of this is your Coors Field, which you guys can see.
Boom.
Right here, we've got View House just across the street. We've also got McGregor Square, which is about a half block, if that, which is right there. McGregor Square is like your newest hotel. You got the Raleigh Hotel. You've got condos that are available for purchase, but you guys have like the ESPN zone and so many things that are there for entertainment reasons when it comes to sports. So when it comes to the biggest heart of downtown Denver, what you guys are looking for, it's gonna be kind of like right here, right? But I know you want to talk about some of the living here in addition to that.
You know, and the biggest thing to understand, guys, is that downtown Denver is not one of the places that just a ton of people are coming to live, right? If people are really looking for a faster paced lifestyle, you're okay living in a condo. We do have some really, really cool high-rise condos out here. There's plenty of that stuff, but just the majority of people that are moving here, they end up living in the outskirts suburban areas for the most part.
So right across the highway, you guys can't see it, but we'll get some footage of it once we start driving back out of here in traffic. You guys will see it, but right across the highway, less than a mile, is gonna be the Highlands.
Yes.
Which is like the Little Man ice cream location that we talk about a lot. If you guys haven't seen that video, we'll reference it below. But the Highlands is where you have single family homes. You have the condos, you have townhomes, you've got plenty of eatery over there, and it's right across the highway right here from downtown, or I guess lower downtown is where we're at specifically. So a lot of folks live over there because they want single family homes, they want the dog parks for their pets and things like that, but they are literally walking distance to the stadium and everything else around.
Now, the other thing too that you guys will see just from our B-roll that we're gonna show, there's a lot of pedestrians out here, and there will be pedestrians all year long, guys. Middle of January, I'm wearing a t-shirt and jeans in the middle of the day. You're bringing a jacket with you. People, especially downtown, they want to walk here, they want to ride their little scooters, they want to ride the bike. Everyone's taking their dogs out. That is one of the other aspects is like, man, if you're not a dog lover coming to Denver, you got to learn to be.
People walking their dogs. People just love their dogs for the most part. Everybody has them on a leash. They're trained. It's a lot of fun, but really cool, this little 2 to 4 block area where you guys have close to the stadium. We'll start walking around, giving you guys more perspective. We're also going to potentially show you guys Highlands, and we're also going to show you guys Cherry Creek North and like Wash Park area, which is on the outskirts of downtown Denver, more of like your suburban Denver County neighborhoods. That'll give you guys some great perspective. And again, those are also great locations where if you don't live there, plenty of people commute to Wash Park on the weekends for the 5Ks and running or playing volleyball or whatever it may be. Everything we're showing you guys is within 35 to maybe 41 minutes of any amazing suburbia that we show on a regular on our channel.
So let's do this. We're gonna head over to McGregor Square, just across the street here. We're gonna show you guys some B-roll in the meantime. We'll catch up with you guys in just a minute.
See you soon.
All right, guys, butting in here real quick. As Will would say, as much as we like making these videos, we would love more to help you with your real estate needs. So there's a number popping up on the screen below. We are the guys that answer the phone calls, text messages, and emails. So if there's anything we can do for you, we would love to help you out. All right, guys, let's get back out in the field with Will and Eli.
All right, guys, here you go, McGregor Square, right in the heart of it. It's a little loud, but you guys can just get a great feel for literally, and we'll show you guys some drone footage of this as well, but this is where everything happened. So for example, when Denver held the All-Star game a couple years back, we showed you guys some of that. This was the grass hill, and over here was where all the All-Stars were at as far as signing autographs, and you've got the big screen TVs, if I can show that to you guys. You've got all of your restaurants here as well, right? So Chop House is right here, just behind us. I know I'm spinning you guys around, but you've got Golden Tank Room, you've got Chop House, which is right here. But what's really cool is, like, guys, a lot of folks don't necessarily want to go into the stadium and watch the baseball game or go into the stadium and watch the basketball game. They just like the atmospherics of it all, right? So they like to come to places like this, have a lot of food, have a lot of fun, have the sound, have the big screens, and just enjoy the atmospherics of what spring and summer in Colorado are, without necessarily having to go into the stadium to enjoy it, right? And believe it or not, when you have so many people in the stadiums, maybe it's not overly packed here until you get to, like, to the busy weekends. But either way, really cool. Last thing I'll leave you guys with when it comes to McGregor Square is you do have office space up on top on the upper floors that's available for common space and or just renting out floors or offices for your business. So in addition to the recreation, you've also got a lot of business opportunity, right? But
that's right. Well, before we move forward, man, this is not my topic, but it's an important one. Let's talk about sports culture here a little bit, because that's a huge part of living in Colorado.
You're winning here, you're going home. Minus the Rockies. I don't know how they survive here. Broncos, Nuggets are winning championships. The Broncos have always put their effort into winning. It's just a winning culture. But you also get some of the best fans that are here. Denver's been talked about for a long time with how rowdy and fun that it gets. It's just fun to be around. But again, whether you guys want to go to the stadium or not, just the atmospherics of the energy downtown, spring and summer, it's always a great time.
Man, what do you say we go and we check out Wash Park?
Yep.
Check out what some of the urban, suburban areas are that we talk about. So if you're interested in moving to the Denver area and you don't want to live right downtown and do condo life and all that stuff, the surrounding neighborhoods, we call urban suburban because it does have that faster paced Denver feel.
Yep.
But you're going to have quiet, tree-lined streets. You're going to have parks galore everywhere. You're going to have families and kids, volleyball, like the whole thing all the time. You still get the Denver vibe.
100%. And you got to stay till the end, because at the end, Eli's going to sit you guys back down. He's going to Google Earth it to recap it, just to give you guys that huge overview as far as like what all this looks like when it comes to in downtown, just outside of downtown, and all of these suburbs, right? So the end of this video is going to be amazing and super informative from Mr. Google Earth Pilot over here. All right, little perspective. We are on our way from lower downtown into Cherry Creek North, and then from there, Wash Park. So we're gonna flip this camera around a little bit and just show you guys weekday evening traffic, if that makes sense. Okay, next up, Cherry Creek North. Now we've talked about this place a lot. We're showing you guys some B-roll as far as like what the neighborhoods looks like when it comes to single family home. But Cherry Creek North is one of your top areas to live in, have the lots, have the single family homes, be able to walk your dog and enjoy yourself, but you're right by Cherry Creek Mall. You've got Kona Grill down here. You've got California Pizza Kitchen. You've got some 5-star sushi restaurants. I think there's a Michelin graded restaurant down here. We'll leave the clue in the
We got like
text
5
below.
of them in Denver.
We have 5 total in Denver, and I think 1 or 2 of them are here in Cherry Creek North. But this is the place that we talk about all the time when it comes to some of our other videos when it comes to if you don't want to live in lower downtown, but you want some nightlife or whatever it may be, with still having like somewhat of a neighborhood, it's like it's Cherry Creek North, right? I think sometimes we reference this as like the Beverly Hills of Colorado.
Yeah, totally.
Right? Or at least of Denver, but really great vibe. This is probably one of the first times in a while we're actually showing what it looks like down here and what to expect if you do come down here or live here.
One of my favorite things about Cherry Creek is how walkable it is. Now that is one thing about Denver. You know, downtown Denver is pretty walkable, but you're gonna want the little scooter or your car or your bike for sure. When it comes to Cherry Creek, this is the epitome of just a beautiful walkable neighborhood where everything you need is literally right here. Gorgeous homes and the prestigious shopping and dining, like Will said. This is also a very big business center. So if you're coming for a nice business lunch or a good date night even, like Cherry Creek.
Why you look at me when you say date night?
Date night, because he hadn't taken me out on a date night in a while. That's exactly why I'm looking at him. I'm giving him a little side eye.
We're busy. Sorry, babe.
That's awesome.
It's also nice because it's quiet down here. Some things you guys might be able to notice compared to downtown, even though it wasn't too busy tonight. It's a great weeknight to go down. It's even quieter here. We're 2 blocks from your main downtown Cherry Creek North area, and you've got amazing $1.5 to $4.5 million homes. You've got beautiful trees and sidewalks. It's quiet. There's been a couple people that have passed us with their dogs. Just the tranquility of it, right? It's just peaceful, yet you have no idea how close you are to actually having some fun and some drinks and whatever it may be. And I would say there's like the #1 thing to do in Cherry Creek North leisure is happy hour. It doesn't stay open too late. It's not something like that compared to a downtown. But the happy hours all the way up through, 9:30 is pretty fun.
It is, and even the local events. You're gonna have the Cherry Creek Art Festival, that's the biggest thing that comes to Cherry Creek all year long. And then all the little things that happen all throughout the spring and summertime. Farmers market, thank you. See, this is how I know he's a good husband. He's always thinking about me and my farmers markets.
For the first 2 years, you guys literally thought we were a couple, and then it's like we finally got rid of that stigma, and then here he goes.
That's right. I know, we're out in the field again. We got to bring it back. I'm gonna walk a couple of these blocks so you guys can just see how tranquil and pristine it is. To give you guys an idea, it's Thursday night right now at about what, 7:30 or so? 7:33. Look at that. Just to give you guys a feel of just really how pristine and tranquil it is, like Will said earlier. And then we are gonna head out to Wash Park to talk a couple more points before we are all done.
Which is also very similar to Cherry Creek North, minus like all of the hustle and bustle of the mall and some of the restaurants. You've got like one small strip to Wash Park that we'll show you guys. Got a coffee shop, couple restaurants, but it's really just about a half block of some of that. It's more so focal to the Washington Park specifically, and everything kind of centers around that, which is nice, right? So similar, but different vibe. Both great options.
That's right. All right, so we're gonna walk a few of these blocks with you guys, and then we'll catch up to you at Wash Park.
right, so that was some of the neighborhoods that you guys will see in Cherry Creek North. Now we're starting to creep into some of the restaurants, some of the nightlife, quote unquote, just so you guys can get a vibe for that. We'll give you guys some of that perspective before
Check out
we
this
head out.
this place real quick. They got some Kanye playing, tons of fun inside. What's that place called, Will? Can you pronounce that name?
Ay Papi.
Ay, Papi.
Ay Papi. But right next door, you got Room and Board Home Furnishings, a great store. You got the Cherry Creek Mall about a half block from here. A lot of fun. And again, like with all the commercial down here, with all the businesses that are in these buildings, a lot of your professionals that work down here live down here. So what better place to end your day at work? Be down here, enjoy, right? But again, a lot of folks that don't even live here come down for the food, things like that. But either way, cool spot. You guys enjoy some of the content.
That's right. I'm tempted to go to Ay Papi and grab a margarita with Will
You have
here.
to say it with your falsetto, I think, even to walk in.
Sneak in the little date night out here on work. But we're gonna head over to Wash Park before it gets too dark and show you guys a little bit about what it's like being down there.
Right, so enjoy some of this content and then we'll see you guys at Wash Park.
All right. All right, so as you can tell, we are not in Wash Park right now. It actually ended up getting a little too dark to actually go out and film, but thankfully, that's why we have tools and resources like Google Earth and drone footage and B-roll that we can show you guys so you can still get a great feel for what the area is gonna be like for you. Let me jump right over here to our map. All right, so we're gonna zoom in here and let me give you guys a little bit of a lay of the land here and show you where we just were in Cherry Creek as well. So this area right here, handy dandy marker out. So here is Wash Park. All right, and this is actually considered Wash Park as well, just Wash Park West. Now right here, we've got I-25, which is our main north-south highway that's going to cut over west here a little bit and then continue heading straight north. So one of the best things that I love about Wash Park is how close it is to the highway. Now you're not gonna have highway noise or anything like that, but it is just very, very handy getting in and out of the neighborhood very quickly. The Cherry Creek area that we were at just before this is this square-ish shape right here. So they quite literally almost touch each other here. And when I zoom in here, again, just to show you Cherry Creek overhead, this is where you're going to have the Cherry Creek Mall. which is a really nice mall. A lot of fancy stores. You got your Louis Vuitton, all the fancy places that are in there. And then these are the streets that Will and I were just walking with you guys here. The residential area is going to start up here around 3rd Avenue. And then we were just hitting some of the shops in between, just to give you guys a little bit of a context as far as where we were just there in Cherry Creek. Now, let's come back down here to Wash Park. So the park here, guys, is probably the most popular park that we have here in the Denver area. There's 2 big lakes there. Neither one of those allow motorized boats or anything like that. So you're going to see up here in Smith Lake, and actually, I think both of them, a lot of paddle boats, people with their paddle boards, just like the fun type of water activities. No one's gonna be racing around on there in their jet ski or their boat or anything like that. And then on the weekend, guys, this park, it'll be full of volleyball nets and just a ton of people out here having fun of all ages. And then you're gonna see this trail that goes all around the park. This is where they will do 5Ks a lot. Just other like community events will happen down here. And then here down on southwest side is where they have tennis courts, playgrounds, things like that. Really popular park. And I would say that, you know, if you are going to be living here, one thing just to be ready for is on the weekend, it does get slammed. Again, this is just such a prestigious area to live, first of all, but then it's also just such a desirable area for people on the weekend. And I would say you have like weekend tourists that come in here because people come in for the volleyball and just fun and, you know, to meet their friends there. It can get a little busy. So let me jump in on one of the streets here, because I want to drive through and give you guys a feel for just the types of homes that you're going to find here. So as you guys can see, like tons of trees, right? But this is kind of what the streets look like on the weekends when there's just a lot of cars parked there. It can be hard to find a spot if you're trying to go be one of the ones that is playing volleyball. You're going to find a lot of these old style homes. Like this is just a classic Tudor style home that they went and they built an extension on top of. You're going to see the garage in the backyard that is very common out here and really anywhere in Denver. And then you're also going to find just a lot of historic type of homes, but then Wash Park, again, being one of the most, I'll call it prestigious areas to live in Denver, you're also going to find a lot more newer style homes. So let me say, so I'm going to come down this way a little bit here. And you guys are going to see this is the park here. These homes that are directly across from the park. This is some of the best real estate that I think you can honestly find down in the city of Denver. Looking at some drone shots right now, just looking at the style of homes, again, the amount of trees that are out there. This area is going to be a little bit busier, I would say, on a daily basis than like Cherry Creek. So you guys saw from that Cherry Creek footage, man, it was quiet, pristine, just very calm with just how much more activity there is from an outdoor perspective here in Wash Park. This is going to be a lot busier. Now, don't get me wrong, Cherry Creek can definitely get busy because of all the shopping and stuff that's there and events that they have. During the week, I would say this part here in Wash Park is going to be a little bit busier. Now, I want to zoom out here, guys, and I want to show you guys this area near Wash Park called South Pearl Street. And this is where they're going to have a really good farmers market. And if we zoom out here a little bit, you are going to have to cross the highway. All right. But the South Pearl Street is such a cool spot. So even with it being across the highway, it is definitely worth the 5 minutes or so it might take you to get there. And also in this little strip here, this is where you're going to find some really good restaurants and just man, it's just a lot of fun. So this is where they're going to have the farmers market every weekend. Again, South Pearl Street Farmers Market. And you guys can see it's just got a lot of character. There's a lot of restaurants that are here, a lot of these like boutique style stores, mom and pop places. You've got a really good restaurant right here. You've got a really good sushi place down here as well. This ramen place, phenomenal. And they have a really good rooftop deck in this place. The coffee house, really cool, just very Denver inside. So the South Pearl Street area, it's very eclectic. It's got a lot of character and charm. So whether you are living in Wash Park or in this South Pearl Street area, you're definitely going to want to come down here for a weekend brunch or farmers market. And again, you're going to have homes that are, you know, these kind of like classic Denver style older homes. And then you're going to have some of these more contemporary and modern style homes as well. So now let's go ahead and recap everything that we looked at today from an overhead map perspective. So heading back over here to the map, let's go to downtown Denver. So again, you guys have heard me mention it before. We've got our primary north-south highway right here, I-25, that cuts around downtown Denver. And I'm actually going to spin our map here to give us a true north-south perspective. So here we are north-south. We have the highway that runs up the west side of downtown. And if we go ahead and zoom in here, this is the baseball stadium. Will and I were standing right here in front of the baseball stadium. And when we showed you that footage where we were walking right along the front street right here. So if we go ahead and zoom out, you're going to see that there's a lot of commercial buildings that are here. Once you start going north, this is where we start getting more into apartments and condos. If we spin us around so we're facing south, this is going to give you a really good perspective, or I'm sorry, southwest. So right here, again, mostly commercial, a lot of offices, restaurants, and things like that here. A lot of the big condo developments are going to be here closer to the highway, like these big high-rise buildings that you see here. These are condos or high-end luxury apartments. We've also got some more that are over here. Like this is a really popular one. This is a really popular one here. In conjunction with a lot of these, like the Salesforce building, a lot of these office buildings. But as you guys can see, there's not a lot of townhomes. There's almost no single family homes. So a lot of people, they're just looking for that certain type of lifestyle if they are looking to move to the really downtown Denver type of area, okay? And then as we start coming over here, a little bit out of the highway, this is where we are heading down towards Cherry Creek Shopping Mall. And let's see here. So Cherry Creek Shopping Center is going to be right here. So to give you perspective as far as where we drove from downtown to Cherry Creek, zoom out just a little more, handy dandy marker. Here's downtown, and we jumped on Spear Boulevard, took that all the way over here, and that connected us with Cherry Creek, which is right about here. And overall, it was about a 12 to 15 minute drive to get there. Here we've got the mall. This is the area where we were walking all of the restaurants and having a little bit of fun. And so there's about 2 or 3 blocks going north that is pretty much restaurants and shopping. So once you cross about 3rd, which is this street right here, that's where you guys can see almost the clean division between commercial and residential. There's pretty much a clean break. You might have a coffee shop or 2 right here, but then as you start heading north here, so this is where we start coming into those just beautiful homes that you saw. Now, as you guys can see here, we do have small lots. These are city lots. This is why we call it urban suburban living, right? Because you are packed in here a little bit more. But again, the whole desire of being out here isn't to have land, it's to be near Cherry Creek, right? There's so much going on there. It's such a cool, walkable, very practical part of town. And again, if you're not living in Cherry Creek, it's definitely a place you're going to come to for some shopping, date nights, and just to have a little bit of fun on the weekends. And then finally, coming back down here, this is where we've got Wash Park again. So all of these areas, guys, they're all fairly close to each other. Wash Park, again, maybe 12, 15 minutes from downtown Denver, right here. We've got Wash Park right here, and then we've got Cherry Creek right here. So these are 3 of the most popular areas, all within 12 to 15 minutes of each other. And guys, we didn't even cover all of the other neighborhoods, like some of our favorite spaces right down here, down in University Park down here as well. So if you guys are looking to come to Denver and you're looking for some of that urban suburban type of vibe, any one of these areas is going to be phenomenal for you. If you guys want a little bit more information in terms of what could work for you specifically, there's a number that's popping up on the screen right now. We are the guys that answer the phone calls, text messages, and emails. So if you guys have any questions or would like to jump on a 30-minute Zoom call to get a feel for your situation and give our 2 cents on some of these areas that might work for you, throw us a call, throw us a text message or an email. We'd love to help you out with any of your real estate needs. Appreciate you guys coming downtown with us and having a little bit of fun. It was exciting to get back out in the field, get you guys more of a boots on the ground style of video. So appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next week. Take care.